Ever feel like you're about to lose it, like we are pretending to, right behind the wheel? Well, the American Safety Council says that aggressive driving is to blame for 66% of deadly traffic crashes. Fox 35's Jackie Orozco shares one man's terrifying story and the lesson that can keep all of us safe on the roads.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, a 4-year-old girl shot and killed.
This should have never happened. This is a complete disrespect of human life, and we're starting to see this throughout our nation.
Just imagine a driver getting so mad that he follows you home and tries to attack you in your own driveway.
Atlanta, Georgia, a driver follows a man all the way back to his home and attacks. And Orlando, Florida, a driver accused of pointing a loaded gun at a car with an 8-year-old boy inside on the 417. The driver himself explains his anger, captured on dash cam.
I went over to the left-hand side, got next to them, pretty much rolled down my window. To be honest with you, I do have bad road rage.
Police now calling road rage an epidemic. Across the country, AAA says cases have gone up 7% every year over the past decade. Experts point to longer commute times, more traffic jams, and simply a stressed-out nation. Those who patrol the highways day and night say the numbers are likely even higher, but many cases go unreported.
We know that road rage is on the rise, and a lot of it's just drivers that are driving with their emotions that basically lose control.
Just ask Brian Glossman.
I was terrified.
Glossman was driving on the 528 heading to Daytona when he noticed a driver tailgating him.
I would move out of his way, he would slow down, he would get behind me, he would get in front of me, he would speed up past me, just really aggressive.
Brian Glossman says the driver kept tailgating him for at least 10 to 15 miles, and the moment he looked at the driver in his rearview mirror, he saw the gun.
I watched him lean down to his door and pull it out and pointed it straight at me through my back window or through my rearview mirror, I noticed. And then he turned the gun sideways so that I could actually see that it was a gun. And then he sped up past me.
The driver was arrested, but charges were eventually dropped because there wasn't enough evidence. A recent survey found 11% of drivers claim they always or sometimes carry a gun in the car, and it's usually loaded. Sergeant Kim Montez with the Florida Highway Patrol says she sees it every day.
Any driver in Florida needs to assume that another driver that they may be engaged with, that driver may have a gun in the car.
So you're behind the wheel and the driver gets aggressive. Do you know how to react? FHP says, number one, do not make eye contact. Don't make hand gestures. Don't roll down your window. And if all else fails, ignore.
We don't need to see these types of situations escalate. It's really pointless for somebody to get that mad and create a situation where someone can die.
It's just not worth it. Nothing anybody does on the highway or on the roads is worth your life.
Glossman admits that day on the 528, it changed his life and changed the way he drives.
I'm usually an aggressive driver. I think I've become a lot less aggressive.
Because you never know what's going through the mind of the driver one lane over. Jackie Orozco, Fox 35 News.